Good afternoon and welcome to the AIA 2A to 6A Volleyball Bracket Show. In a minute, we will reveal the 64 teams that punched their playoff ticket. We'll also unveil the first round matchups for each conference. One of the 6 state volleyball tournaments started last night, and that's the 1A conference. All of the top seeds in the 1A advance, except for 2. Number 12, El Capitan, and number 10, Fort Thomas, pulled off first round upsets. Now, let's find out who will play in the first round of the 2A to 6A conference state tournaments. And we begin with the 2A. The number 1 seed was awarded to Scottsdale Christian. The Eagles finished as the runner-up last year, but this year they returned almost all of their firepower to go after the program's first crown since 2020. They will host the 16th seed Arizona Lutheran. Number 9, Camp Verde. They will travel to play Benson. Benson bounced back from last year's 13-20 season with a 19-7 record this year. It hasn't won 20 matches, I believe, in more than 20 years. Number 12, St. John's. They will take on number 5, Veritas Prep. The offensive powerhouse of Veritas Prep is outside hitter Mary Hammond. Number 13, Northland Prep will travel to play Trivium Prep, the 4th seed, 4-year varsity opposite. Petra Zapata is keeping opponents guessing and is a defensive asset for that Trivium Prep team. That is the upper part of the 2A bracket. As we move on to the bottom part, the 14th seed is Tempe Prep High School, and they will travel to play Phoenix Country Day, the 3rd seed. For Phoenix Country Day, it is back with a high seed and also to defend its title. Round Valley is your number 6 seed. They will host Rancho Solano Prep, the 11th seed. Front row stalwarts Addison Poston and Harley Haas bring a lot of positivity and leadership for that Round Valley side. The next matchup, Santan Charter, is your number 7 seed. They will host Scottsdale Prep, number 10. Former ASU assistant Crystal Harris is in charge of that Santan Charter team, which starts a couple of excellent seniors in Abby Monroe and Payne Swindon. As we continue here with the 2A bracket, number 15 seed Kingman Academy will travel to play number 2 North Valley Christian. North Valley Christian went from a number 13 to number 2 seed this year, thanks in part to the height and experience the team featured this season. Oregon transfer Madison Sherby leads the way for that program. The 2A and 3A first round will start on Saturday. Let's move on now to the 3A bracket, and the number 1 seed goes to Valley Christian High School. The prohibitive favorite returned 5 starters from last year's championship campaign. It'll attempt to bring home the program's 16th title. They will host Safford, the 16th seed, in the first round. The 8th seed goes to Florence High. For Florence, it has won at least 21 matches in each of the past 3 years, and they will host the 9th seed, Yuma Catholic. Number 5, Monument Valley. That is a very experienced Monument Valley squad led by 4-year varsity middle blocker Taya Yazi and 3rd-year varsity player Cheyenne Cascali. Every member of the coaching staff for that program is a graduate of Monument Valley. That program will host Tanque Verde High School, the 12th seed. Tuba City is your 13th seed. They will travel to play Gilbert Christian, number 4. The Gilbert Christian team will be a tough out in the playoffs with floor general Sidney Loth and 3 Division I commits, Lily Dutzman, Sienna Cathy, and Alexia Hain. And that is the top part of the 3A bracket. We move on now to the bottom part. St. Catholic Prep is your 14th seed and will travel to play number 3 Snowflake. This is the 5th year in a row that perennial power Snowflake has won at least 30 matches. Number 6, Sholo. Sholo just completed its best regular season in a couple of decades behind the leadership of seniors Jaylee Boyce, Jordan Boyce, and Levi Flake. They will host number 11, Thatcher High. Payson is the 10th seed, and they will travel to play ALA West Foothills, the 7th seed. 6'1" sophomore middle Aileen Nimijan was hitting .364 for ALA West Foothills. Number 2, Northwest Christian. They will host Blue Ridge, the 15th seed. For Northwest, It starts one of the better setters in 3A in Tatum Neighbor, who has accounted for over 2,600 assists in her illustrious career. This 4A to 6A first rounds will tip off on Thursday. It is now time to reveal the 4A conference. The number 1 seed is South Point. New Mexico Highlands commit Caitlin Hurley, Wichita State commit Kate Mobley, and Colorado State Pueblo commits Natalie Mobley and Nicole Monge lead a very strong South Point squad that reached the semis last year. They will host the 16th seed Sahuarita High School. Cactus Shadows is your number 8 seed. Middle blocker Carice Broker, standout libero Gabby Procopio, setter Matea Cousins, and the strong arm of Michaela Bolwit were leading the way for Cactus Shadows, which will host number 9 Prescott High. Estrella Foothills, the 12th seed, will travel to play Micah Mountain High School. The number 5 seed last year reached the state final for the very first time. Flagstaff, for that program, it is the 4th seed. Lillian Hartman was averaging 4 kills per set while hitting .321 for that Flagstaff program, which will host Thunderbird High, number 13. We move on now to the bottom part of the 4A bracket. St. Mary's High is the 14th seed in this bracket. They will travel to play AIA Queen Creek for the 3rd seed. They may have a completely new team, but still manage to win a school record 23 matches during the regular season. Mesquite, for Mesquite, it starts the only player in 4A who was hitting above 400, and that is Meredith Allen. The 6th seed will host number 11 Saguaro. ALA Gilbert North, 6-foot outside hitter Kristen Grantham of ALA Gilbert North was the 4A's leader in kills with 549, thanks in parts to a very, very good setter, and that is Kylie Christensen. ALA Gilbert North as a 7th seed, and they will host number 10 Cactus High School. The next match in the upper part of the 4A bracket, Ironwood Ridge has won its last 8 matches, including a 5-set thriller against South Point High School. They will host number 15 Arcadian. That is your 4A bracket. We move on now to the 5A conference. That's where you'll find Chaparral High School as the top seed. Chaparral already reached the 30-win total. The last time the Firebirds accomplished that was in 2016 when current O'Connor coach Amanda Burbridge was Chaparral's coach. Chaparral will host number 16 Catalina Foothills. Arizona College Prep, number 9, they will travel to play Maricopa, the 8th seed. Maricopa completed back-to-back 20-win seasons for the very first time. It's now after the program's first ever playoff victory. Centennial, the 5th seed. For them, Kate Federico has been a digging machine for that program all year long. They will host Willow Canyon, the 12th seed. Number 13, CDO, will travel to play number 4 Notre Dame. For Notre Dame, Lucy Solorzano keeps blasting away from the outside as one of the kill leaders in 5A. In the bottom part of the bracket for 5A, Campo Verde High School, the 14th seed, will take on number 3 Horizon. The Huskies of Horizon are attempting to become just the 3rd Arizona volleyball program to win 5 championships in a row. Desert Mountain High School, number 11, they will take on Ironwood, the 6th seed. 11th year coach Lisa Lopez's Ironwood program is back in the playoffs with a somewhat young roster and the 5A's top dig master, Mally Sosa. Number 10, Verado High will take on Canyon View High School, the 7th seed. Canyon View finished undefeated in region for the 2nd year in a row. It is 24-0 during that stretch. Buckeye, the 15th seed, will travel to take on Sunrise Mountain, number 2. The best outside hitter in 5A, Addison Wyman, likely doesn't want to end her stellar career right before the program gets to the state championship match. Sunrise Mountain is looking to win its first state title. What a bracket we have there for 5A. And last but certainly not least, it's time for the 6A conference. And there is no surprise here as to who gets the number 1 seed. Can anybody stop Xavier Prep from winning the program's 15th title? The top 5 nationally ranked Gators have dropped just 4 sets against Arizona teams this year. They will host Red Mountain, the 16th seed, in the first round. Millennium, one of the top programs in our state, they will get the 9th seed. They will travel to play number 8, Liberty. For Liberty, that program has never had a sub-500 season, and that program's 18 years of existence. Number 12, Desert Vista will travel to play number 5, Sandra Day O'Connor. O'Connor has a very young squad this year, but it still carries a junior with a big arm and block, and that's TCU-bound Kristen Sheehy. Castile, the 4th seed, will take on Williamsfield, the 13th seed. 4 division commits dot Castile's roster, including under 19 U.S. national team representative Brooke Harwood. In the bottom part of this bracket, number 14 Bashel will take on number 3 Hamilton. 5-10 setter Haley Johnston is working overtime to make sure Hamilton's hitters get perfect sets. Sophomore Kyra Strawberry hit the 500 dig mark this season. Number 11 Pinnacle will travel to play number 6 Sunny Slope. After 19 years of successful volleyball, Amber Gear stepped down. Laurel Place stepped in this season and guided the program to yet another playoff appearance. Number 10, Perry High will travel to take on number 7, Highland. Watch out for Isabella Stochokovic's cannon-like arm. The Northwest Christian University commit led Highland to the Fiesta Region title. Number 2, Corona del Sol will take on number 15, Higley, in the last matchup of the 6A bracket. For the Aztecs of Corona del Sol, they start one of the country's best senior liberos, and that is Alabama-bound Aaron Clark. Another dominant player on that team is Hayne Connor in the middle. Addie Chang and Avery Lim are the dynamic setting duo for Corona del Sol High School. That is your 2A to 6A state tournament fields. If you missed part of the bracket show, we just posted the brackets on azpreps365.com. You can also purchase your playoff tickets on the site by clicking on the green tab next to the game you want to see. We want to extend an invitation to all volleyball fans to attend the championship matches on November 15th. That's when the historic Arizona Veterans Memorial Coliseum will host the 2A to 6A volleyball finals. We hope to see you there. A big thanks goes out to the director of our show today, and that is Mr. Kevin Connors. Before we sign off, we also want to thank everybody for watching today's show. We'll see you out there on the courts.